chaos to creativity is often the best way to describe a game jam. You have little time, a theme or constraint to follow, and you have to code, draw, animate, create sounds, music, etc., and somehow put it all together at the last minute. But sometimes, masterpieces are created. Sounds like a lot of fun, right? I've competed in a few game jams, and I quite enjoy them. But I feel that there's some untapped potential in them, which is why I decided to host my own. So what does a game jam need? Well, it really only needs one thing: direction, like a theme or something. And of course, people joining can help. But let's start with direction. What direction did I take? Well, to really drive into that chaos mentality, I wanted my game jam to stand out, to be unpredictable, maybe even illogical. So I decided on a theme of inconsistent. The goal of a theme in a game jam is not to limit games, but to give them a spark of something to start with, and then they can take that spark and turn it into a blazing fire. And that's exactly what my goal was with the inconsistent theme. The possibilities with a theme like this are endless. You could make a game that defies genres or switch between genres. You could have a game that has no rules, or has changing rules, or too many rules. You could take a well-known game and change the mechanics to be something that doesn't make sense. Your game could literally be on the fringe of working, and it would fit the theme. So how did the games in my game jam turn the theme inconsistent into a creative game? Well, after long deliberation, I've decided to showcase the top 2 games in the game jam. Not because there are only 2 submissions or anything. Honestly, having 2 submissions is more than I could ask for. It could have just been me. And this video would have been completely different. So, the showdown between 2 games, Judgment Day and Platformer Madness. Let's dive into the first, Judgment Day, created by Codesmasher. The game starts out, and you're in the courtroom. You have 2 judgment executioners in front of you, and the very long line of criminals makes their way forward. You listen to their testimony, and either let them go free or pass judgment. My first impressions of the game? Surprise. In all the brainstorming of ideas I did, I never thought of a game like this, which is why game jams are so cool. You never know what kind of interpretation or what kind of game somebody might make. In the game, you listen to people's testimony, and based on the consistency of the report of their testimony, you pass judgment, which follows the inconsistent theme perfectly. And even more so following the theme, nobody is really innocent in this game. They are all confessing to crimes. Even in the description of the game, innocent is in quotation marks, which is great. In this world, I guess only liars are truly punished. Very inconsistent how the world actually is. The game is made very well. It requires some deduction, but doesn't take too long to get used to. After a few, you start to know what you're looking for. I also really like the testimonies themselves. You might need a thesaurus, but it makes for very good dynamic gameplay, and makes the grammar more inconsistent. Like here, I made away with a median cache of digestive aids. I was wearing a temptress shirt and violin brown colored pants. I was wearing a slimy green shirt and Ming colored pants. I absconded with a small boned supply of shoelaces without reimbursement. And based on those, I deduce whether they are innocent or guilty. It's quite entertaining. At the same time, it makes you invested. You don't want to pass judgment on innocence or let the guilty go. If that sounds like your type of game, you can give it a try. Link in the description. But if you're looking for something different, then maybe Platformer Madness will be more for you. Made by yours truly. The game is an adventure platformer and involves a bit of narration.
Hello, adventurer. I will be your narrator. I think we will have a great friendship ahead of us.
The narrator isn't just for show, though. Whatever he says becomes reality. You start off in a bright, grassy environment where the narrator, well, I guess I'll just let him explain.
I have this control panel here. I think I can help you out. There we go. Try jumping again. See? Already off to a great friendship.
I think the story is at least mildly interesting. So if you don't want spoilers, then you can go play the game in the description and come back. Otherwise, here we go. So you might be seeing where this is going. a narrator that can control the physics of your character. However, just to add a little seed of doubt in your mind, the narrator doesn't exactly have to tell the truth. So as you're progressing through the game, you cross an inconsistent tile.
That looks different. That's not in the script.
And of course, like all good stories,
But those meteorites are.
but the narrator leads you away.
Oh, now we're underground. Let me just turn down your speed a little. Don't know why, but the script says to.
And with the plot twist of the century, the narrator isn't alone.
Oh, the script is moving by itself.
That old man was taking it easy on you. Get ready for what this game is supposed to be. You're now under my control. This narrator isn't quite as nice as the old man, and turns the inconsistency to the next level, with unpredictable physics changes, all whilst taunting you. Slow, fast. Try to stay alive. Eventually, you make your way back outside, and of course, more meteors. Ah, we're back outside. Perfect time for some meteorites. I'll be honest, the inconsistency can get a little annoying at this point. I actually had to make it easier than my first rendition, as it was just about impossible. But, provided you can make it to the end.
Ah, adventurer! I have dealt with the faulty script. Sadly, the game is corrupt at this point. Good job getting this far, but I'm out of here.
And those are the two games that were part of the Inconsistent Game Jam: Judgment Day and Platformer Madness. If taking part in a game jam sounds like fun, then no worries, I'm hosting another. This time we're mixing things up even more. Instead of a traditional theme, I've decided to have this: the most epic, blank game you've ever seen. The day the jam starts, the blank will be filled in, and I think you'll find it quite interesting. So you can start having some epic brainstorming if you want. Also, with the downfall of Unity, a lot of you might be learning new engines, and this is the perfect time to brush up your skills. Or even if you've never competed in a game jam before or never made a game, try your hand at it. The game jam will start in just under 2 weeks, starting on October 1st, and will last for a week, ending on October 8th. You can spend as much or as little time during that week as you want. And most importantly, have fun. If you want more information or want to join, there's a link to the game jam in the description. Thanks for watching. Moose, out.